Hello and welcome to a new chapter in the SEO Authority course. So we kept mentioning a lot of times throughout the whole course until now the importance of the content that you post on your website. That's why this chapter will be primarily focused on the content design and how to have an organized, superior one. We're going to start with this video by telling you how much content you should exactly have on your page. So let's get going. The proper question behind the amount of content you should have on your page would be, what's the maximum content you should have on your page before your audience start to get uninterested and bored, and eventually leave your website? So first, we're going to determine what kind of contents we should be having a lot of, and this is going to be the text content. Add a lot of text in all of your pages. It's the easiest thing to detect by SEO, and it also allows you to choose from many topics and ideas. And that's how you actually implement your keywords. So focus on text, it's our main content here. We think it's the best to keep your text ranging from 800 to 2000 words. And it all depends on the subject, of course. For example, if you've chosen something that really requires a lot of explanation and information, then it's okay to post long articles. However, it's not okay to have a small subject and try to stretch it and stuff it with keywords so you can make it longer. That's not gonna really work here. Number 2, we also don't want to forget about the images, as those play a huge part in the visuals of your page. If you are providing good pictures, then it'll add beauty to the looks of your website, and this can attract many visitors to your website, because literally no one likes to visit an ugly website. And the amount of photos you should be adding also depend on how many words your article is, but you can check this ratio and add a photo for each 400 words. So try to stay around that range so you don't spam your website with unnecessarily excessive amount of photos, or in the opposite way, forget to include any photos at all in your website. So maintain a good balance there. Now, one more thing we can talk about is the buttons. Buttons are the things that make your people move from page to another and navigate through your website. So these should be nicely looking and professionally done. Each button needs to have a proper name or anchor text that is fitting to its role or the page it's driving people to. Normally, it's best to include them in your header and footer, and their amount should range from 5 to 12. But to be honest, the lesser the better, the less likely you'll make people confused, of course. So that was just an introduction to your new superior content design. We're just getting started with this chapter, so keep in touch for the next videos. Hello guys, today we'll be talking about how many types of content you should be targeting when implementing an SEO plan. So the first thing you're going to put on your plan is the type of content you're going to target. So choose from 3 to 5 different types of content and not more than that. And this is majorly important. Make sure that these types are somehow connected to each other. For example, if you're targeting mobile devices, you can choose content like social media, mobile applications, and cellular data, for example. As you can see, these are 3 different types that are related to our key topic here, which is mobile phones. So that's how you determine these topics. But that's not our case here. By type here, we mean something else. We mean the videos, the infographic, the blog posts, the email newsletters, the social media updates. All of these are the types of content that we mean. So let's get into it. Number 1, videos. Videos have become one of the best advertising ways in the online business industry. The amount of views it could get and the engagement and the messages that you can deliver to people are truly limitless with them. And they are quite easy as a study case. You can easily determine their views and interactions and duration. So a good option would always be to provide some videos on your page. Now, number 2 is infographics. As much as people don't love preparing statistics, they definitely love reading it because it's much easier. And it actually gives more realism to the topic, and it makes people relate to it in their real life, while dividing their thoughts into different sections. So it's really good to make people think in your website and include some of these on your preferred topics. Alternatively, you can use case studies. They are also just as effective. And number 3 are the social media posts. Social media posts can either make you or break you. These are your backbones and the links to your audience. If you decided to target these and focused on getting traffic for them, it'll really affect your branding recognition and the organic traffic also that you'll be getting on your website. So never neglect the power of social media, never neglect the power of people. So always put that in mind when targeting specific content, and always put in mind that by getting shares and likes, you're getting highly promoted. And there are many more content you can target, such as checklists, white papers, or even GIFs, but the ones we talk about in details are the most important ones that you should primarily put all of your attention on. So thank you guys. Hello guys, in today's video, we will teach you how to use analytics to design better content. So we already taught you how to use Google Analytics to get information and insights on your website's performance and your audience. But what we haven't told you is that you can actually use analytics to design better content. Here's how. First, you can check what are the pages that people interact with the most, so you can know which page gave you the right traffic. And then try to analyze this page by checking its content, its design, and basically everything in it from A to Z. Try to benefit as much from this page while also asking one important question. Why is this the most successful page on my website? On the other hand, you can also determine which pages aren't performing as you expected them to do. And these ones are going to be your target. You'll have to work on those and match with them with better content, so they can actually follow up to the good ones. So analytics here will help you detecting the weak points of a web page content design. Now here's what we call the big change. Apply small changes to the whole website and see how are these going to affect your analysis. Check whether it's going to give you more or less traffic. If you get less traffic, then go back to the old plan, easy. If you get more traffic, then you proceed to a more enhanced version of the new plan and keep evolving your design. So here, you'll be required to apply the design to the whole web page. So of course it requires a bit of a risk taker. However, it's totally okay to go with this strategy if you applied very tiny changes, even if they'll possibly not affect your traffic immediately, but after some time that you made some changes, you should be able to know the difference before and after. And these were actually the best ways you can use analytics to design unique and better content. You can see it's all trial and error until you can get one specific plan that could be the game changer for your website forever. So keep trying and don't ever stop analyzing and solving the problems of your website's content design. Hello guys, and today we'll dive straight into our topic, which is why consistency will win over everything else. Why consistency is your main key when designing and posting content. So let's go. First, you want your website to feel very comfortable to the users, that they can track the content easily and have the time to read every important aspect of it. So to do that, you need to have an organized, consistent website design that people can favorite and come back to constantly. So all you need to do is create a good template for your website that has comfortable colors and make sure that the colors and the visuals are matching. And of course, you have to make sure that they won't hurt the user's eyes. They have to be very comfortable and simple as much as possible. And also be as organized as possible in your design. Number 2 in consistency is to build a strategic pattern. Make a pattern to your content so that every single event leads to the next one on your page. Like that, users can get excited to know or learn more about the specific topic on your website. Don't just go and write too much words without a specific sequence in your mind. You have to prepare for your content and build a plan of how you're going to post it. So there has to be a sequence that links your content all together. After doing that, your content will be very easy to read and eventually people will follow it. The third aspect we have in consistency is your formatting, which has to be very simple. Keep a constant header, body, and footer for your pages, and if you're going to apply changes to them separately, then make the changes minimal. Also, make sure that you don't use too many text fonts and use only 2 or 3 as your maximum. And make sure that they are very simple and they can help your users in reading and focusing on your articles. So format your text properly and also make sure you don't put low resolution images or videos on your website as content. So keep everything you have as professional as possible, and in the end, you will notice that the more consistent you become, the more improvements you'll be getting. Hello guys, in today's video, we will teach you how to use analytics to design better content. So we already taught you how to use Google Analytics to get information and insights on your website's performance and your audience. But what we haven't told you is that you can actually use analytics to design better content. Here's how. First, you can check what are the pages that people interact with the most, so you can know which page gave you the right traffic. And then try to analyze this page by checking its content, its design, and basically everything in it from A to Z. Try to benefit as much from this page while also asking one important question. Why is this the most successful page on my website? On the other hand, you can also determine which pages aren't performing as you expected them to do. And these ones are going to be your target. You'll have to work on those and match with them with better content, so they can actually follow up to the good ones. So analytics here will help you detecting the weak points of a web page content design. Now here's what we call the big change. Apply small changes to the whole website and see how are these going to affect your analysis. Check whether it's going to give you more or less traffic. If you get less traffic, then go back to the old plan, easy. If you get more traffic, then you proceed to a more enhanced version of the new plan and keep evolving your design. So here, you'll be required to apply the design to the whole web page. So of course it requires a bit of a risk taker. However, it's totally okay to go with this strategy if you applied very tiny changes, even if they'll possibly not affect your traffic immediately, but after some time that you made some changes, you should be able to know the difference before and after. And these were actually the best ways you can use analytics to design unique and better content. You can see it's all trial and error until you can get one specific plan that could be the game changer for your website forever. So keep trying and don't ever stop analyzing and solving the problems of your website's content design. Welcome guys to another video, and today we'll give you the guide on how to curate your content and win so many things. Win your audience, your traffic, and finally your search engine ranking. So there are lots of factors and tips that can help you do that. So let's get to it. So your content should be composed of two essential things: what your audience cares about and the true value that your business provides. Let both of these meet halfway and you've got yourself some very decent content that will be more likely spreading your value or message to all the audience who read your content, and at the same time, it'll grab the user's attention because it's something that they care about. So make sure to balance both of these two ingredients because they are the essentials of curating your content. Number 2, use analytics. Benefit from your analytics in finding out what types of content that your audience like. Do they like polls, videos, or images? All of these things can be determined from Google Analytics. So try to find out what's in favor of your audience and put a good plan to do it. Number 3, be clear. A lot of websites may have interesting titles that grab the user's attention, but unfortunately, when they read it, they can get lost in the content and in the end, not find what they were looking for. So make sure your website isn't one of those, and that you're providing 100% clear content. You have to be 100% clear about what you are providing. You have to be certain that you are providing reasonable answers and solutions to what people are facing or looking for. And also be direct and clear without introducing so many unnecessary things. If the users came for an answer, then show it to them. And trust us when we tell you that this will help you overcome so many obstacles that will face you in the future when thinking about your content design. Number 4, create meaningful content. Create content with meanings, and finally create content that is meaningful and isn't just random text that is written by a lazy person. You have to write in an exciting way to show people your enthusiasm about your business, and you're actually showing them how far you're willing to go for it. So aim high and be confident about your content. All you really have to do is just think creatively. And that's what you should do for now if you want to curate your content. Focus on these things and focus on the tips we gave you along with the previous ones from the previous videos, and you're really going to be set to provide extremely powerful content. Hello guys, and welcome to the final video in this chapter. Today, we will tell you how to get innovative content ideas for your website. We know that sometimes it can be very confusing to get new content for your page. You may not know where to start or you're running out of ideas. In both cases, we're here to help. So let's get started. The first thing you can do is using the keyword planner. Remember the keyword planner tool that we talked about in Google Analytics? This tool can help you in finding related keywords, right? But not just keywords, you can actually find new ideas, as the related keywords you'll be getting will make some creative ideas pop in your head, while also letting you benefit from getting new keywords at the same time. So this can be really useful to get new ideas and to get new keywords also. Number 2, get ideas from competitors. It's totally okay to see what your competitors are providing and you can think of something similar to it that you're sure can help you. Use your competition as a motive to find new content every day and see what others are posting and what's making them rise and what's making them fall. Keep an eye on them as they might give you new ideas that you may have never ever thought about. And number 3, from social media. Whether it's by people that you follow or by people following you, social media is really the best place to see what the audience are thinking about these days. You can benefit from their comments on your posts. Some users will eventually ask you some questions, and some can even ask you for specific topics. So it's always a good idea to satisfy them with a unique piece of content that everyone can find useful. You can get ideas also from Facebook, Twitter, or even YouTube videos. Just search for the keywords that are within your niche on these social platforms, and then you can definitely benefit from the trending hits. Or the most watched posts, for example. These will help you in doing research and generating new content ideas that will help boost your ranking. That's it for today, guys, and we hope you have found your full benefit from our tips and strategies on providing superior content design. Let's move to the next chapter.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go to technicforce.com for more tools and training.